Alright, you have studied for weeks. You've revised every single chapter and you have answered every practice question. You knew the answers yesterday, yet the moment the exam paper lands on your desk, your mind goes blank. Your heart starts racing and your palms begin to sweat. You stare at the first question, knowing that you've seen it before, but somehow you just can't remember. Why does this happen? Is your memory failing you? Or is it your brain doing exactly what it is designed to do? Let us imagine a grade 10 student named Arav. He wakes up early on the exam day. He quickly flips through his notes one last time. His parents wish him luck, and his friends tell him you'll do great. And he walks into that examination hall feeling prepared. He sits down. The question paper is placed in front of him. You may begin now. He looks at question 1. I know this. I've definitely studied this. So why can't I remember? He looks around. Everyone else is already writing. His breathing becomes faster and his hands feel cold. The clock seems louder than ever. Inside his mind, one thought keeps on repeating. What if I fail? But here's the surprising part. Nothing about the exam has changed. Only one thing has. His brain has decided that he's in danger. Deep inside your brain is a tiny structure called the amygdala. Think of it as your brain's security alarm. His job is simple: keep you safe. Whenever it senses danger, it immediately sounds the alarm. Thousands of years ago, that danger might have been a wild animal. Today, it can be an exam. The problem is that your brain doesn't always distinguish between physical danger and the emotional pressure. To your brain, the fear of failure can feel just as urgent as a real threat. The moment that alarm is activated, your body switches into something that is called the fight or flight response. Your heart beats faster. Your breathing becomes quicker. Your muscles tense up. Your body releases adrenaline and cortisol, often called the stress hormone. This response is incredibly useful if you need to run away from danger, but it's not very helpful when you're trying to remember the formula for quadratic equations. Here's why. The part of your brain responsible for reasoning, problem solving, and recalling information works best when you're calm. But when stress becomes too high, your brain starts prioritizing survival instead of thinking. It's almost as if your brain says, we can remember the answers later. Right now, we need to stay alive. That's why students often say, I knew everything before the exam. They're usually right. The information hasn't disappeared. It's simply become harder to access because stress is taking up the brain's working memory. Imagine your working memory as a small desk. When you're calm, there's plenty of space to solve problems. But when stress starts piling extra thoughts onto the desk, what if I fail? What if my parents think I'm dumb? Everyone else is writing faster. Before long, the desk becomes so cluttered that there's barely any room left for the answer you're trying to find. Your memory hasn't failed, your brain is simply overloaded. Now, here's the part that changes everything. Your stress isn't your enemy. Your brain isn't trying to sabotage you, it's trying to protect you. It believes you're facing danger, so it responds in the only way it knows how. The goal isn't to fight your brain, the goal is to help it realize that you are safe. And that begins with awareness. The moment you notice, oh no, my heart is beating faster, my breathing has changed, I am feeling anxious, something important happens. Instead of getting swept away by the panic, you begin observing it. The small shift creates space between you and your reaction, and in that space, you regain choice. Awareness does not make stress disappear, but it certainly stops stress from taking control. The next time you're sitting outside an exam hall, try this simple 60-second reset. Place both feet firmly on the ground. Take a slow breath in through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold it gently for 2 seconds. Then breathe it out for 6 seconds. Repeat this a few times. As you breathe, simply notice what's happening. Notice your heartbeat. Notice your breath. Notice your thoughts without judging them. You don't have to force yourself to feel calm. Just remind your brain that in this moment, you are safe. Sometimes 60 seconds of awareness is enough to quiet the alarm and allow your brain to do what it already knows how to do. If this video helped you understand why your brain reacts this way before exams, remember, understanding is only the first step. Learning how to manage stress, build awareness, and develop practical habits for a calmer, more focused mind takes practice. That's exactly what we explore in the Unbroken Awareness webinar with Ms. Shama Sharma, where science meets practical awareness to help students navigate academic pressure with greater confidence and clarity. You'll find more details in the description below. And if you'd like to learn more about how your brain learns, remembers, and responds to challenges, subscribe and join for the next episode of Unbroken Awareness.